The lead story for today for Geek News Central: the Department of Justice is making bold moves against Google in recommending that the tech giant sell its Chrome browser to address illegal monopolization of the search market. This historic antitrust effort could reshape the digital landscape by also enforcing AI restrictions, data license requirements, and unbundling Android from Google's other services. By targeting Google's core tools for ad revenue and marketing dominance, the DOJ's proposal aims to create a fair, competitive space in both online search and the emerging AI ecosystem. I want to welcome you to episode 1780, coming to this Monday, November 18th. I'm your host, Todd Cochran, ready to deliver your tech news and information fix. A quick shout out to our incredible sponsor at GoDaddy. Score exclusive deals and discounts at geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. And to all our fantastic listeners, you are the heartbeat of the show. If you want to support the GNC mission, head to geeknewscentral.com/insider and become a GNC insider. We're live and lit thanks to modern podcast apps, but don't just listen. Experience the show live by grabbing a modern podcast app at podcastapps.com. You can interact in real time and take your podcasting experience to the next level. And of course, while you're at it, check out the full Geek News Central universe at geeknewscentral.com, where you'll find all of our partner shows, tons of content, and more tech goodness. Stay in a loop, follow and subscribe via your favorite podcast app, and join the community. And don't forget to sign up for our newsletter for even more insider scoops. Have something to say? Join the conversation at GeekNews.Chat or email geeknews@gmail.com. You can hit me up on X at Geek News. And of course, you can even catch me on Facebook. Of course, we want to thank our longtime sponsor, GoDaddy. And I tell you, this is where you get started. Geek News Centrals, we got some Geek News Central listeners. We got some fantastic deals for you. Get exclusive savings right now at geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy with our GoDaddy promo codes. Straight from Geek News Central, your home for the latest tech news. Want to start a website or podcast or maybe a personal blog? Our codes make it easy and affordable. Grab GoDaddy's economy of hosting for just $6.99 a month. That's a full year of hosting with a free domain name, professional email, and SSL certificate. Or grab or click the promo code for WordPress hostings. Again, WordPress managed hosting is just $12.99 a month, which includes a free domain, professional email, and an SSL certificate. Of course, do you need a domain name? Get yours for only $11.99. And if you're testing the water, try GoDaddy's website builder free for just a month. The personal, business, or business plus plans are waiting for you. Of course, Geek News Central uses all of GoDaddy's products and services, and your support keeps this podcast alive. Use our code, save money, and back an independent team of creators. Share my deals with your friends and family, because every time a code is used, just like writing a check to Geek News Central. Thank you for helping us stay online and going strong, and get the latest deals again at geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. Hope everyone's doing well. Back in the saddle here. And we've got construction at the condo every morning about 9:30. I don't know what it is. They don't use power tools here. Hammer and chisel. Hammer and chisel. And they've been hammering and chiseling for about 5 days now. I'm thinking, good Lord, get these guys a jackhammer. Let's get it over with. Let's get it over with in like a day. Or maybe they just need maybe they're busting tile. I don't know. But ding, 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 ding. It's about ready to drive me mad. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. If you're tuning in, make sure you say hello on whatever stream you're on. We definitely appreciate when you do. Pretty happy We sent a third offer for our third new position at Blueberry this morning. We'll see if the candidate accepts, and if so, as of probably Monday of next week, we'll have some new hires working, and I'll talk about that process in detail, probably on my other YouTube channel, how that has worked and, really the whole process that was involved there. And pretty excited getting the breakdown of the benefits and everything else that we provide to the employees. It's done right. It's done fairly. It's done equitable. It's done with a highly competitive salary. Very, very excited about that. So we'll see. But hope you're all doing well. And back in, of course, the Thanksgiving holidays fast approaching, but never fear. Monday of this week, this show, Thursday, and next week, Monday, we'll have regular episodes. No missed episodes forthcoming. I have a, let me see, did I put this in the right order? Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Let me find out where I dumped this thing. Oh yeah, there it is. I must have moved it way too far over when I was getting ready to do show prep. This announcement by DOJ. It's a big one. DOJ is going to push Google to sell Chrome and to break its search monopoly. They're also seeking data licensing, AI measures. Google, of course, says the proposal would harm consumers and developers. And we'll see where this goes. They could be forced to do this. Of course, the Google has the ability to appeal, so this is going to be in the court system for a while. Antitrust officials, along with states that have joined the case, also plan recommend that the federal judge Amit Mehta imposed data licensing requirements. Said the people who asked not to be named, if they if the judge accepts the proposal, they have the potential to reshape the online search market. Now, Chrome is one of these situations where it is if these initial effects don't have the changes that they want, they could then put Chrome into the mix. And they say it represents a key access point through which many people use its search engine. And the government has the option to decide whether a Chrome sale is necessary at a later date if some of the other aspects of the remedy create a more competitive market. The Chrome browser currently controls about 61% of the market in the US. Government attorneys met with dozens of companies over the past 3 months as they prepared the recommendations. States are still considering adding some proposals, and some details could change, but the majority of this is going to get suggested apparently to the judge tomorrow. So time will tell. Actually, on Wednesday, not tomorrow, but definitely yeah. So for some of you listening to the show on Tuesday, it'll probably be tomorrow. So Wednesday. So this is big. This is this could be a major development. Imagine them breaking Chrome loose and making them sell Chrome. I'm sure this would be to the delight of Microsoft and Mozilla and everyone else. I'm sure they would be very, very happy with this move. Time will tell what will happen there. Moving on. Last week we talked about the Onion, aka supposedly buying InfoWars. Well, a little bit of a development here. Now, they were approved by the judge to buy InfoWars for 1.5 million. But apparently there was another bid, and what I'm guessing here is going on is that there is a company that's called First American United. is basically saying that we had the high bid and it was ignored. Where the Onion says, hey, we had a lower bid, but we offer more incentives to the Sandy Hook survivors. I'm wondering if First American United Companies is not a front or a new company that is somehow related to Alex Jones. But the Christopher Murray, the bankruptcy trustee, said in a court response on Monday, the First United American Company objection was a disappointed bidder's improper attempt to influence the otherwise fair and open auction process. He said his team would not be bullied into accepting an inferior bid, but they bid more money. So the judge is going to have something to say on this. Lopez, who was overseeing the bankruptcy, said at a court hearing on Thursday that he had concerns about the auction's transparency. The judge said he will schedule a further hearing to gather more information and consider whether to approve the sale. And Infowars was briefly shut down after the sale was announced, was back online within a day. The bankruptcy person said at Thursday's hearing that he shut down the business, ensured that its assets were not damaged or taken before the property could be transferred to the Onion. So there you go. That's the drama city when it comes to Infowars. We'll see. We'll see where this leads. We'll see if if Infowars has a backup plan regardless. And he did show up on some other network. So maybe that's where he will go. India is ordering Meta to curb WhatsApp data sharing and levies a $25 million fine. India's competition watchdog has ordered WhatsApp to stop sharing users' data with other Meta units for advertising purposes for 5 years. So the WhatsApp 2021 privacy policy update required users share their data with Meta companies in order to continue using the messaging service, removing a previous opt-out option that existed since 2016. So this is an action that's been taken in India. If you have an iPhone 16 and you bought it during a certain period, some folks are saying they have a yellow screen, that it is it just looks yellow. And it's a batch of phones, and it has a yellow tint, and it can be clearly seen between two of the same exact phone types, the same exact settings, but again, built during a different period of time. So it appears the yellow tint appears for some that bought the phone it was built in September. And a lot of people are complaining about this. So take a look at your phone. If it's got a yellow tint, you may want to consider talking to Apple about it. I definitely wouldn't want to mess with that, and it just changes the whole experience. A rock from 4.2 billion years ago confirms something we wondered about of the moon. Scientists have analyzed lunar soil brought back to Earth from China's Chang'e 6 spacecraft, which was the first return with a haul of rocks from the little explored far side of the moon. Two separate teams found fragments of volcanic rock that were about 2.8 billion years old. One piece was even more ancient, dating back to 4.2 billion years old. And again, to obtain sample from this area is really important, they said, because it's an area that's otherwise we have no data for, said Christopher Hamilton, a planetary volcano expert at the University of Arizona. So interesting there that they were able to get this information. Imagine your 7-year-old receiving a job offer from an IT firm, well, specifically a Russian IT firm. A Russian software company has invited a 7-year-old coding prodigy to join its management team as soon as he's old enough to take up paid employment, which is 14. This individual from St. Petersburg has built a name for himself, uploading videos explaining how to write software since he was 5. On the strength of those videos, the information security firm Pro32 sent him a written job offer for the post of head of corporate training, but he won't be able to take it till he's 14. Now, publicity stunt or not, pretty cool. Sony Vaio has released a 999-gram 14-inch laptop with up to 64 gigs of RAM and even a physical gigabyte Ethernet port. So if you're looking for a super lightweight laptop, this one from Vaio, the SX14-R, powered by Intel Core Ultra H series, is available. Don't know the price per se, but standard super light laptop. Sure, it will be decently priced. Google Play has unveiled its top apps and games of 2024. Google's Game Awards highlight the year's best mobile experience. Google Play awarded Partiful, Partiful, won Best App for Reinventing Event Planning. AFK Journey claimed was the best game with its epic fantasy world, strategy-heavy battles, and jaw-dropping visuals. And Max nailed the best multi-device app, letting you pick up shows exactly where you left off, no matter the device. So again, these were not just games, but entertainment and productivity apps. So Max, AFK Journey, and Partiful, Partiful, are the 3 apps named the top Google apps of 2024. Users have started to spot YouTube's Music 2024 recap and the streaming platform, and this could beat Spotify's Rap to the Punch. So both of these are well-anticipated wrap-ups for the year. So a link will be up in the show notes to be able to check at least the one from YouTube out. Eaton Treehouse to boost home capacity for EV charging energy storage. You know, Eaton is a big company. They've been in business for many, many years. And they have a lot of power management products. They've signed a deal with Treehouse, an AI software-enabled installation platform for electrification projects. The end goal, accelerating the electrification of homes for EVs, storage, heat pumps, while seeking more efficiency and cost savings. So partnering up with AI to be more efficient. Got a lot of people tuned in today. Make sure you say hello in the chat. We definitely appreciate it when you say hi. This is a weird one, and I don't know what I feel about this. Nike has a shoe called the Air Max 1000, almost entirely 3D printed. They haven't announced when or if the shoe will be available to the public, but these are the first shoes manufactured almost entirely using 3D printing. It debuted at ComplexCon in Las Vegas. Nike collaborated with Zellerfeld, a company that already has expertise in 3D printing shoes, to create the Air Max. The Air Max 1000 design is an update on the Air Max 1, which debuted in 1987. So they mix layers, various densities and textures. And the outsole on the bottom of the Air Max 1000 remains firm and supportive, while the upper parts are more flexible and comfortable. That I would have to see, and have to see how, and really to see how they felt. And they feel that they'll probably be about $400 for a pair, so not cheap in the least. But I guess if you're getting to the point where you can print your own shoe design, the sky's the limit on when it comes to creativity, right? If this gets really popular, I could see a lot of people just walking out with shoes that you've never seen before, one of a kind. This next article is a real interesting one, and I wish I had a little more detail on this. So, if any of you know anything about this, let me know. But a father-daughter team deciphered simulated message from space. The European Mars orbiter sent a signal with an alien-like message. Thousands found the message code admits other data. Now, the thing is, were they prompted or did they just kind of stick it out there to see if people would find it? Scientists from all the world now have a template for basically trying to define signals, find a code, or find messages within signals. But in May of 2023, a European Space Agency craft that's orbiting Mars beamed a signal containing this alien like message. Three observatories on Earth picked up the signal and released the raw data on the internet. But did they just leave the data out there? Did they prompt them? Did they say, hey, here's something to go look at? Or did they just stick it out there as an Easter egg? That part's not clear, but a lot of people looked into it. So I would think that this was announced somehow and wasn't part of just, you know, SETI and them determining, oh, here's something we need to look into this. I'm wondering. Perplexity AI search engine can now buy products for you. It's adding a buy with Pro button that offers free shipping. So Perplexity is rolling a new feature that will allow Pro publishers, Pro subscribers to purchase a product without leaving the search engine. When searching for a product using Perplexity, Pro members based in the US can now choose Buy with Pro button that automatically order the product using saved shipping and billing information. So Perplex says all products purchased through the Buy with Pro come with free shipping. For products that don't support Buy with Pro, they will redirect users to the merchant's website to complete their purchase. This is again dangerous. Here we've got now winners and losers being made. And the question is, how are they partnering with these manufacturers? Are they paying to play? When asked whether Perplexity gets any kickback from sales made through its Buy with Pro button, Perplexity spokesperson Sari Platnick said, as of now, we do not, adding that there's no commercial element to the feature. No commercial element to the feature, but yet they get free shipping? I don't get it. Because I could see very well where they would add a commerce element to this and make part of the money on the referral. It's an interesting development for sure, and one that I question. Now that they're saying they're not making any money right now, I guess I don't have an issue, but they're gonna want to. And what happens? It's the haves and haves not. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, search is gonna be turned on its head, and businesses are gonna win or lose based upon this new economy that's coming. Moving on to cybersecurity, top U.S. cybersecurity agency chief is set to depart before the new president takes over, before President Trump is inaugurated. Jen Easterly will vacate her post as director of CISA before Trump comes into office. The future of CISA is uncertain, where the president's criticized the department in the past. So we know that CISA is responsible for critical infrastructure protection, improving the U.S. government's protection against cyber criminals. Well, they haven't done a very good job with that, to be honest with you, as much as the U.S. government's been hacked, as we'll talk about here later. And so we'll see. we'll see where this goes. But she is leaving. I want to thank all of you that are insiders. Of course, I want to thank SJG Media LLC for their $10 sustaining donation by becoming a Geek News Central insider at geeknewscentral.com/insider. I want to thank the folks that have been streaming the show with a modern podcast app from podcastapps.com. Darren Schwartz, who else has been streaming the show here recently? Pestmerk as well. Thank you all for continuing to stream the show. It's greatly appreciated. And no new boosts have come in. And if you don't know what a boost is, you need to use a new modern podcast app from podcastapps.com and learn what boosting is. You can boost for as low as a penny or boost to sky's the limit. So definitely consider getting over and trying one of those new modern podcast apps. At the same time, don't forget time, talent, or treasure. This is a value for value program where I hope I deliver value. And for that value, you contribute your time, talent, or treasure. I want to thank you all very much for your ongoing support of the podcast. Meanwhile, Substack says it could be profitable, but it still isn't. The newsletter platform isn't turning a profit even as its writers make millions. So this is a very interesting situation. One of Substack's founders told the New York Times that it could choose to be a profitable, but its focus instead on investing in continued to growing the business. Substack has repeated lines that it could choose profitability if it wanted for years, but the company could become profitable quickly. So I guess they have a lot of venture to burn, a lot of free money, I guess, to let go and not be profitable. I don't understand a business that would not be. How does a business operate unless the backers of it have just huge hordes of money? Yeah, that I just don't get. My company could not survive without being profitable. It really it couldn't. Google, boy, I tell you, they really stepped up to the table here, quote unquote. Google.org commits $20 million to researchers using AI for scientific breakthroughs. Oh, is that all? So they're committing $20 million in cash and $2 million in cloud credits to a new funding initiative designed to help scientists and researchers unearth the next great scientific breakthroughs using AI. You think this would be a much bigger number? But again, Google.org, which is the philanthropic arm of Google, is putting this up. So some prizes out there for you scientists. In Sweden, citizens received a Doomsday Prep for Dummies guide in their mailboxes. And again, this is a handy new guide that details how to prepare for various types of crisis situations or wartime should geopolitical events threaten the countries. The pamphlet says if crisis or war comes, it gives a bunch of updates. So this is a pamphlet that has received its first update in 6 years. And citing factors such as war, terrorism, cyber attacks, increasingly extreme weather events, the 32-page guide was commissioned by the government and calls for unity to secure the country's independence. So they sent them a doomsday guide. I wonder if they sent anything about, first contact, any alien invasion or anything like that. I wonder if that's included in the doomsday guide. NASA is looking for a way to haul injured moonwalkers. $45,000 said you can do it without a lunar rover. So they're looking for ideas on how to move and rescue an injured crew member on the lunar surface. Again, they're looking for ideas and share $45,000 of a prize if you put in an idea that is considered. And they don't want a lunar rover. They want another way to do it. So maybe ChatGPT can help you with some ideas out there. A Twitch breach is leaving Amazon with a major fine. Amazon needs to pay Turkey tens of thousands of dollars, specifically $58,000, in which an anonymous hacker leaked the entirety of the popular video game live streaming service Twitch, including its source code and personal identifiable information of its users. The leaked data was rolled into a 125 gigabit torrent, and its link was posted to the popular 4chan image board. So Turkey wants some money for the disclosure, 58K. At the same time, Microsoft is being accused of creating a monopoly of U.S. government systems through free upgrades. Well, you know, the government is not going to use cloud products. At least when I was there, they didn't use cloud products. They like hard files saved on hard drives. So as much, of course, cloud stuff is stored on hard drives too, but they're not using cloud. They want things on physical drives on the machine because they can encrypt those better. But as Microsoft looks to confront European antitrust regulators, the company is also facing investigators over alleged business practices over the pond here in the U.S. It's been suggested Microsoft offered one of its most important customers, the U.S. government, free services in order to keep it as a customer and stamp out competition. Well, Microsoft isn't going anywhere in any government agencies. It's just not because, again, specifically Microsoft Office. But anyway, they gave them some free software security products and stuff. But anyway, they got about $150 million worth of services for free from Microsoft. And they're saying, hey, we can't compete with free. I understand that. But what does this actually mean? What companies are being held out? It really doesn't lay that out. But again, an accusation. Over in PC world, they're saying you should change your password. It sucks, according to NordPass. And of course, the top password is 123456, 123456789, 123456778. The overwhelming majority of the 200 can be crafted in seconds, with several extending to a few hours, and one particular exception of 12 days. Most noteworthy is self-aware, but still indefensible change me, which can be cracked in under a second. So, according to NordPass, 123456 continues to be the leader. And this again, if a service has pass keys, and if you just look at this list, it is pretty ridiculous. Password 1, password ABC123, I love you, baseball, princess, football, monkey, sunshine, 6 ones, secret. Oh, the number 1 was secret, according to this list. So, goodness gracious. No secret for you. A new AI model can identify disease faster and more accurately. This deep learning model enables analysis that could take a year more to get done within a couple of weeks. Engineers and biologists at Washington State University developed an AI system capable of recognizing signs of disease from images of human tissue. The system uses scalable deep learning to identify infections exceeding human capabilities in both time and accuracy. So this is curious. What did they actually test? A new study proposed a new deep learning model that efficiently identifies errors in gigapixel histopathical slides. So they're able to get this data faster. The images contain signs of disease in kidneys, testes, and ovarian tissues of rat and mice. During the testing, researchers found that the AI model was more efficient and accurate than previous systems. It even identified pathologies that were missed by trained humans. So it's just, what it is, it's an A/B comparison. Healthy cell, unhealthy cell. And, looking for stuff that's supposed to be there, not be there. So, again, a little bit of machine learning too. So, the good stuff, anything that helps detect ease earlier. All right, we talked about government security. Library of Congress says an adversary hacked some emails. The Library of Congress has notified lawmakers of a cyber breach of its IT systems. A hack of emails between some congressional offices and library staff, according to an email obtained by the Associated Press. Of course, the Library of Commerce operates across from the U.S. Capitol within the complex grounds, and it is the largest library in the world, according to its website, and it holds millions of books, films, and video and audio recordings, photographs, newspapers, maps, and manuscripts in its collection. And the library is also the main research arm of Congress and home of the U.S. Copyright Office. So, in the notification about the breach, the library noted that House and Senate information technology work networks, including individual House and Senate email accounts, were not compromised. So, just Library of Commerce emails. Apple's declaring the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone 6S Vintage. Now, what does that mean? Oh, the Apple Watch 2 is also obsolete. So this basically, you're not going to get updates anymore. And you can't get repairs from Apple or its authorized partners, and new parts cannot be ordered for a vintage product. So iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 6S Plus, iPhone XS Max, and the Apple II Watch are now non-repairable, as if they had been repairable very much at all. Many of you have heard about Annie Mac. Maybe you've got an Annie Mac account. The New Jersey-based loan provider, Annie Mac, has had a security breach. 171,000 individuals had their data compromised. This happened between August 21st and August 23, and they viewed and or copied files containing personal information, including names, social security numbers, etc. Pretty soon, there's just going to be a social security number lookup. You're just going to put in a name and get the social security number. I don't think any social security numbers are really at this point secret. This update came out a few days ago, but millions of WordPress sites could be at risk from one of the most serious plugin flaws ever found. It's a critical flaw in a plugin called Real Simple Security. Puts millions of WordPress websites at risk. If you're using Real Simple Security, make sure you update immediately if you haven't at all. Of course, the plugin simplifies the process of securing websites by enabling SSL with a single click and automatically resolving mixed content issues. I use Really Simple Security. I updated within minutes of the update coming out. But again, it is a very, very big threat. So make sure you update your WordPress plugins and have set to auto update wherever possible. Roblox restricts direct messages for kids under 13 and is beefing up parental controls in safety push. Parents can now monitor kids' usage from their own devices. And so anyway, if you got kids using Roblox, big security update for you parents out there. Also, the president-elect has named Commission member Brendan Carr as the FCC chairman. Brendan Carr is going to be the new chairman of the FCC. And Carr has previously argued in favor of punishing TV networks for political bias and regulating big tech firms like Google and Apple. The appointment doesn't require usual Senate approval since Carr has sat on the commission since 2017. But it will switch to a 3-2, and there will be a new appointment to make up from one Democrat being asked to leave. That's going to bring me end of the show. And of course, we don't want you to forget. Get over to geeknewscentral.com. Oh, I'm not on the page I wanted to be on. Get over to geeknewscentral.com. Follow or subscribe to the podcast if you're not. If you have comments on today's show, geeknews@gmail.com. Or follow me at Geek News on X. Of course, reminder, Geek News at GeekNews.Chat, or I mean at Geek News at GeekNews.Chat is my Mastodon address. You can join our Mastodon at GeekNews.Chat as well. Of course, don't forget about our lovely sponsor, GoDaddy. Make sure you go over to geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy, pick up a GoDaddy product or service. Again, it's been my pleasure to bring you the show today. I'll be back with you on Thursday for another edition of the Geek News Central podcast. It's been my pleasure to bring you the show. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next